We plan to get up early Sunday morning and leave around 6 a.m. for a leisurely drive down Costa Rica's beautiful southern Pacific coast to Manuel Antonio National Park. We were going to make a video for this YouTube channel about Costa Rica's most popular tourist destination, Manuel Antonio. The night before, we went to a multi-generational backyard cookout and dance party that started at 4 in the afternoon and it ended around 3 a.m. It was an 11-hour party. We ate, we danced, we stayed hydrated and in good spirits, or hydrated with good spirits, I think is the right way to say that. However, the thing was, I was supposed to be on the road in 3 hours. Time for another Chief Rijo Jones adventure. We are in Heredia right now, in El Centro de Heredia. Jose Pablo's with me. There he's talking to the. We're getting gas right now. That's what the deal is. We're gassing up in order to go down the Pacific coast. It's going to be fun. We're going to have a good time. Isn't that right?
Hey, how are you?
So we're hitting Manuel Antonio, I think. We don't have tickets, so apparently you're supposed to have tickets ahead of time. We're going to see if it works out or not. Ultimately, we're going to end up staying in Uvita, which is south of Manuel Antonio. We're going to pass through Jaco, which is a popular place on the Pacific side. It's actually the closest beach to the Central Valley. So, yeah, as soon as we're done with the gas, we're going to get going. Hey, if you ever happen to be in downtown Heredia, there's this really interesting store. It's called Walmart. Perhaps you've heard of it. Can you hear that? Can you hear the music? I'm in Costa Rica right now, listening to the Bee Gees. Oh man, look at that fruit. So these are the Costa Rica roads that I know right here. Oh wow, look at this. ¿Qué está pasando aquí? Yikes. They're excavating. How interesting. Oh, it's El Puente. This is where the alligator bridge is. We're not going to do it this time because I've done it before, but I've got some video from doing it before, so I may just put some video here from that trip so you can see the alligators. Just because you can look at all these people, man. That's literally just walking over this bridge to see the damn alligators. It's hilarious. We got our first look at the ocean. Check that out. It's nice. Every time that I see the ocean for the very first time on a trip like this, it gives me a little thrill, you know, just excited for what's about to happen, what's to come. But first, introductions. That's me. I'm a US-born gringo. I went to Costa Rica for the very first time in 2009 to study Spanish, and I just kept going back. This guy is Jose Pablo, and that's actually I just literally told him an amazingly stupid joke right when I took that photo. So he's Tico. He runs a bar and restaurant in a town in the Central Valley called Bahia de Heredia that also, not coincidentally, serves as my Costa Rican hideout. If you want to know where that's located, check the map at jones.st/map for those details. So anyway, we are the Don Quixote. We are the Don Quixote and Sancho Panza of this story, but the thing is, we're still fighting over who's who. So our first stop along the way was near a town called Jaco. Now, if you read the message boards, you probably have the idea that Jaco has a bad reputation for seedy places with like yayo falling from the sky, and it's the place where gringos go for like debauched bachelor parties.
Yeah, let's have a bachelor party with chicks and guns and fire.
And yeah, I'm sure all of that happens. But it's been my experience that if you don't go looking for it, it's probably not gonna come looking for you. So just south of Jaco, you'll find Playa Hermosa, or at least one of the 2 or maybe 3 beaches in the country that carry that name. So we stopped for breakfast at a place called Vida Hermosa. It's a restaurant and bar with an upstairs deck, a nice view of the ocean, and also has beachside dining. So that's where we stopped for breakfast. Go to jones.st/map to get the exact location. La Vida Hermosa. It's a good place, man. It's a good place to be. Good for some drinks. Nice views, too. Beautiful. Like right now, it's January, early January. beautiful, beautiful. The ocean is incredible. As we continued south, we got close to Playa Bandera, where Jose Pablo's family has some land right up next to the beach. And this area is interesting. It's known for the sustainable cultivation of palm oil, and there are just acres and acres of palm trees. So this road going to Playa Bandera is new, and it actually is nice and smooth. Might be the smoothest road I've ever driven on in this country. Well, and then now it's not. So here are some fun facts about Playa Bandera. The closest town is called Parita, and please pretend I rolled that R sound. 12 years of speaking Spanish, and way pucha, I cannot roll my R. So Playa Bandera, located between Playa Bejuco and Playa Palo Seco, and like I mentioned, my friend Jose Pablo's family owns some property bordering this beach, so that's how we got into Playa Bandera, to have a look. See? This place is called Playa Bandera. It is freaking beautiful. There are not a lot of people here. I mean, not really. Some, but it's not like I'm guessing Manuel Antonio would be like. This is really beautiful. As beautiful as it was, Playa Bandera was not the beach that we came to see. We made this trip to visit Manuel Antonio, and it turns out you do need to reserve tickets in advance, at least in January, and Monday, the next day when we planned on going, it was sold out. But I'm thinking, hey, no problem. I mean, we can go Tuesday. We're going to be there Tuesday as well. Nope, strike two. Manuel Antonio Park is closed on Tuesdays. I'm assuming because the monkeys and the sloths and the toucans don't work 7 days a week. I mean, it makes sense. They've got a union looking out for them, I'm sure. So I was starting to think that this whole trip might just be me and Sancho tilting at windmills. But then, Dennis happened. All right, so we just found out that a friend of ours, Dennis, is actually down here in this area. He's about an hour away. We're going to stop and have a drink with him, have a beer with him. He's a cool guy. He's a fisherman, so that'll be fun. Coming from the hustle and bustle of the United States, one of the things that I love about Costa Rica is the attitude that most people take with inconvenience. I mean, this guy's blocking the road, yet I hear no one honking. Everyone just gives them the space they need to take care of their issues, and we all move down the road. So this is like the fourth one-hit wonder that we heard, fifth one-hit wonder we've heard on the drive here on the radio, on Radio Dos. This one is Nelson. Here she comes, just like an angel. Raise your hand if you're from the 80s. So we finally met up with Dennis, and he said, hey guys, follow me. I want to take you somewhere. He's in that white truck right there. So that's what we did. We followed him. And we followed him some more. And we kept following him. And we followed him some more. I have no idea where Dennis is taking us. I have no idea where we're going. Where is this road going to end? Dennis, where are you taking us? So I'm going to spare you the rest of this dirt road journey and just fast forward about 45 minutes ahead because we were on that road for a long time. Is Dennis taking us to Panama? You don't think so? Is he taking us somewhere so he can murder us? But by the way, I'm going to tell you, the drive was totally worth it because of where we ended up. Check this out. Is this where we're going, maybe? Tilapia's El Paon. Oh, it looks like it might. Well, there's some things here. Where are we? Where the f*** are we? We found Dennis again. Cascada El Paon. Okay.
Nice place. Escondido.
There's a way to out here. So this place ought to be really interesting. It took us a long way to get out here on really gravelly roads. I hope it's really good. We'll see. Dennis was taking us to this little swimming hole that has a nice waterfall. They call it Cascada El Pavon, or Pavon Waterfall in English. It is way out there, as you could see from the drive. I did not have cell service, and I'm on Claro, which is has one of the better coverages in the country. But pretty much everyone here is Costa Rican, or Tico. I saw no North American or European tourists at all. In case you happen to be wondering right now, the cost of medical evacuation from Costa Rica to the United States can run as much as $25,000. So with that in mind, this video is sponsored by travel insurance. Go to jones.st/CYA to get a quote from Trawick Insurance on their Safe Travels Explorer Plus coverage. That's jones.st/CYA to CYA. Get it? Well, that was super interesting. This is just a super hidden place that Dennis knows about. It's kind of cool. Gonna have to go back. And so the restaurant is just like right across the road, if you want to call it a road. I'm excited about this. Pavones, right?
Pavón.
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 Pavón. Pavón para un huevón. Huh. Wow, okay. So they're raising tilapia down there. And I'm about to eat one, I'm thinking.
Qué bueno, man, qué rico lugar, man.
O sea, vas, le dan la cuerda a la carnada para pescar el pez.
Okay.
Y pesca la tilapia.
So Dennis just told me at this restaurant you can go down into that stream and fish and catch one and then bring it up to the restaurant and they will cook it for you. It's freaking cool. This video is sponsored by Nose Hair Trimmers. Link in the description. You know, they caught a little one. Oh, little guy. Don't think they'll be cooking that one. Looks pretty good. I feel like this food is worthy of cinematic mode and slow motion. So this is yuca that you're seeing here right in the front, and then to the left, those are pieces of tilapia, breaded and fried. And in the back, those are patacones, which it's like twice cooked green plantains. They're flattened out like a thick potato chip. In some countries, they call them tostones. So just a word about the restaurant where we ate. We had 6 beers and that big plate of like, I don't know, big plate of, you know, with the tilapia and the yuca and the patacones, and that whole bill came to 13,000 colones, or about, I don't know what that would be, 13. You know, I'll be right back. I'll have to do the calculation. All right, I'm back. I used the calculator. It's about $22 US for all of that. 6 beers, all that food. So we moved on to Dennis's family home to have a look at Dennis's boat. So the deal is his brother takes charters for people that want to go out fishing. And if you have an interest in going out here on the Capitan Miguelazo boat on a fishing charter, the best way to get in touch with them and set that up is actually to friend his brother on Facebook. Go to jones.st/fish, jones.st/fish, and you can friend him and send him a message and get something hooked up. So the theme right now is Dennis is taking us to cool little funky out of the way places that we would have never seen if we weren't hanging out with him, a local, somebody that's actually from this area, not just Costa Rican, but he's from this particular area of the country. So he took us to this place with a really interesting name. Okay, this place is called Mico Lindo, Mico-Lindo, Mico Lindo, which literally means beautiful monkey. Mico's one type of monkey. However, Mico is also, in Costa Rica, it's a female anatomical reference. And I would say it's generally considered to be an impolite reference. Hey, if you go to the Mico Lindo, find a dude who calls himself Alegria, and tell him Chifrijo Jones said hello. So we made it out of the Mico Lindo alive and reasonably sober. Excuse me. Well, not me, I wasn't driving, but Jose Pablo was reasonably sober. We headed to Uvita. This is where we were crashing for the night. But of course, we needed supplies first, provisions, the important stuff, paper cups, and the stuff you want to put in the paper cups and also in the fridge. Hard decision. Which one's it gonna be? Good morning from Uvita. We had a really fun night last night. Very fun. Had a good time. Did some fun stuff, So now it's time to go get some food. So it turns out we forgot to buy food to put in the fridge. Oops. It's breakfast time. I think we both worked up a good hunger last night, hanging out in this beautiful place. I need to shoot some video of it because I haven't shot any video of it yet, but it's really nice. So this is what driving around in Uvita looks like. Uvita is a little beach town. It's got about 2 miles of really lovely white sandy beaches, and it's near the Bahia Ballena National Park, which we actually end up visiting later. Got some great video. It is so beautiful. It is surreal. So this word ballena, it means whale in Spanish, and it's a great place to go whale watching because humpback whales meet and mate nearby. No beach town would be complete without one of these. We ended up at Le French Cafe for breakfast. Pretty good food. I didn't have the Nutella waffles though.
Está rico.
Jose Pablo says the food is good. The ambiance is, we're in a cute little beach town, so the ambiance is good. The restaurant got pretty busy, so we actually shared a table with our new friend here. That is Rex. And as it turns out, Rex is a nuclear physicist. Like, for real. Like, I think that's a rocket scientist or something. She has a college degree in everything. So the whole purpose of this trip was to go to Manuel Antonio, the most popular tourist destination in Costa Rica. But of course, we didn't get tickets in advance. It's so typical. But what do we do? Is the trip completely ruined? Of course not. No worries. We just found another beach. And they let us bring our cooler into this beach, which is super cool because you can't do that at Manuel Antonio. This beach is called Playa Ventanas, which means Windows Beach. So there are actually 2 beaches in Costa Rica called that. One is in the northern part of the Pacific side. It's called Guanacaste. That's not this one. This one's in the Punta Arenas area. It's by Uvita. And this one seems to be a little bit of a local party beach. There's music blasting and vendors selling stuff, and there are tent rentals, as I mentioned before, as well. Coolers full of liquid refreshment. You can bring them in yourself.
Cheers.
Cheers. This beach is called Playa Ventanas because of these caves, or windows, if you will. Windows into the ocean. They're ocean windows. So at low tide, you can actually walk around in them, as we kind of did a little bit, walking around, checking them out. So that's Playa Ventanas. It's a nice little beach if you're wanting to have a good time, kick the soccer ball around a little bit, as one wants to sometimes, maybe throw a frisbee around. I really liked it. However, it is nothing at all like the next beach that we visit. The next beach that we visit will blow your mind. So Uvita is mainly known for this section of beach called Bahia Ballena, and there's also a national park associated with it as well. We're heading that direction. First thing in the morning, second day in Uvita. So here we go. The highlight of this area, you gotta see it if you're in this area. It's La Cola de la Ballena, or the whale's tail. It's this small peninsula that juts out into the ocean. It fans out into 2 directions, making the shape of a whale tail. It's a beautiful beach. Incredible, surreal. Okay, so we're actually walking the path actually to the whale tail. I don't know how far it is. Guess we'll find out. 2 kilometers. That's 2 kilometers. Okay. See, he knows. So right now we're on the Bahia Ballena. We're on the La Cola de la Ballena, the whale's tail, and this place is pretty incredible. I'm gonna turn on the good camera and show you what this place looks like. It's awesome. So one word of warning, for sure, wear a lot of sunscreen because there is no shade up in this place at all. No shade. Well, unless you bring it, you can bring your own. Right now I'm wondering how many movies have been shot here? Like how many times has this location been used in a motion picture or a TV show or something, because it's so perfect. It's exactly what, I think like a Star Wars or a Game of Thrones or one of these fantasy TV shows or movies where, where the setting, the exotic, really striking location is a super important part of it. Like that's what it seems like here. Like this could be that. I think I might look that up. I might Google that later. But we're walking towards the end of the tail right now. You can see the kind of the waves ahead of us. This is really beautiful. Jose Pablo just said I needed to add Pirates of the Caribbean to the film list. So there you go, Pirates of the Caribbean. So over this way is where Dominical is located. You can see it across the way. We're getting closer and closer. Coming to the end of the tail very soon. The end of the whale tail. I'm going to explain to Jose Pablo another meaning of whale tail, this particular word. So, whale tail puede decir como la cola de una ballena. Pero también puede decir que cuando una mujer lleva una tanga,
Okay.
y la tanga sube,
Okay.
arriba de los pantalones,
Okay.
y hace esta.
Okay. I got it.
Hey, if you want to truly know a language, you got to know the slang, right? So this shot actually is we're approaching the very end of the tail of the whale. It's really beautiful. There are rocks out there. It's actually rocky out towards the end. A little bit difficult to traverse in my sandals, but I did it anyway because I'm a trooper. Okay.
En la entrada, porque es eso.
So we're heading out from Bahia Ballena right now because frankly the sun is really strong. The sun is like super strong. It's not super hot, but it's strong, and I'm starting to burn. So I've been reapplying lots of lotion. He is not, though. He is not burning at all. It's kind of pissing me off actually, because he can go out here for a long time and I can't because I'm not used to this. As we were walking back, I realized that I hadn't actually gotten into the water this whole time. And with the sun beating down on my tender skin, it seemed like a good time to do that. This is the ASMR portion of our video. The wet sand softly caresses my feet as I slowly and carefully make my way to the shore. The reflections of the clouds off of the sand and the gentle sound of the waves make me realize how beautiful the world can be, especially when you're hanging out in paradise. Wow, dude, this is so nice. The floor is totally soft sand.
Creo que es un lugar obligatorio de conocer en Costa Rica. Hay que hacerlo.
Yeah, it's obligatory. One must do it. You got to do it. If you're coming here, you got to do it. It's really beautiful. And all good things come to an end. It's time for Jose Pablo and I to move on to our next adventure, which I'm hoping will involve something wet and cold with 3.7% alcohol in it. All right, so it turns out it's 4% alcohol, not 3.7, but only 3.7 carbs and 85 calories, which means it's practically water, but it tastes better. Since you're still here, you'd probably better hit the subscribe button and hit me up on the social medias. I'm on the Instagram, and I'm pretty sure I'm on maybe the Facebook and I'm on the others too. I don't know. Don't forget to CYA as well. You got to CYA with travel insurance from Trawick Insurance. Go to jones.st/CYA to get a quote from those guys and, help me pay the bills. Pura vida, by the way. Hey, big shout out to my buddies and bros at El Higueron. It's my Costa Rica secret hideout. It's my secret base. It's where I normally kind of base myself out of when I'm in the country. It's only about 20 or 30 minutes from the airport, so if you're looking for an authentic Costa Rican pub experience, come by and see us. For the location, go to jones.st/pub. That's jones.st/pub for the location of the Chief Rijo Jones secret hideout. See you there.